How's it going, guys? This is Robert from Machado Visuals, and I wanted to break down a few interviews I recently shot with my new favorite light. They're Quasar science tubes housed within a Kino Flow 4-bank. These are Quasar's crossfade LEDs, so they're color adjustable from 2000 Kelvin all the way to 6000 Kelvin, and this makes them incredibly versatile. I'm able to walk into any environment and match my light to whatever color temperature I need. Since they only emit light out of one side, there's no need for the reflector that's usually found on Kino fixtures, and with the added space, I'm able to fit an additional 2 tubes into the fixture.
Wow.
This makes the overall fixture 50% brighter than a traditional Kino, but it's color adjustable, dimmable, and also super durable. I was really interested in seeing how this light performs with interviews, so I used it as our main key for a set of interviews at a carpenter's training facility. One of my favorite aspects about this light is its softness. Before I had this light, I'd usually blast one of my LED panels through some diffusion, which usually cuts around 1.5 to 2 stops of light from my total output. Since the Quasars are already soft, I generally don't need additional diffusion that cuts down on intensity, adding even more to the fixture's brightness. In this facility, there's a 2-story building with floor-to-ceiling windows, and I was able to match my exposure to the exterior daylight. This is nuts. The Quasars were also on a dimmer, and they weren't even at 100%. Our white balance was set to daylight, so each tube was set to 5600 Kelvin. In terms of camera, we used a 2-camera setup using the FS7 and FS5. I metered for a 2.8 on A camera and an f4 on B camera. The FS5's variable ND came in pretty clutch when matching exposure because of its different ISO rating and the lack of a speed booster. I pulled both feeds into the Small HD 1703 and used false color to determine how much variable ND I needed. Since I was managing both cameras, being able to see both feeds simultaneously was a huge help. I've noticed that the FS5 handles more like Sony mirrorless cameras like the A7S or A7R, more so than the FS7. It has a noticeable color shift towards green, but this is easily corrected in post. For audio, I went with the usual 8060 running into the Rode New Shooter. This was the first time I actually used the transceiver with an NP style battery, and it lasted a full day with the 700 series battery. This was great since I usually have to switch the batteries 2 or 3 times when I'm using AA batteries. Shout out to Q for the tip. For one of the interview locations, there was a ton of overhead spill, so I used a few foldable reflectors to keep it off the subject. This is how the scene naturally looked with no lighting, then exposed for the background, then lit with the Quasars. Like I said, it's an extremely versatile light with massive output and is definitely my new favorite fixture in my kit. Let me know if you'd be interested in a full review. I love putting the light to use in many different applications. Also, apologies for the lack of content lately. I've been pretty caught up in my freelance work that I haven't had a chance to edit some of the videos I've shot for the channel. I'm hoping to get back on it and have some done over the next few weeks, so please stay tuned. I hope this video is helpful in some way, and feel free to leave any questions in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.